Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Monday, September the 1st, 2025. Let's take a look at it and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. There are many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out and get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas. That way there, if you're a brand spanking new player to the game, if you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, this particular daily, weekly challenge is giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with the great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciate it. In case you wonder why I have slightly more score than you, take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. I have a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that right out the current Season 21 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10%. You can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Now, saying that, this is the very last day for the current Season 21 Season Pass, because tomorrow, Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025, will be a brand spanking new update. It'll be a brand new Season 22 Season Pass, so that's pretty awesome. So just an FYI, with the update coming on September 2nd tomorrow, there is usually a maintenance break that happens, okay? So I believe the maintenance break starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, okay? And it does take a couple of hours, so I know for myself, just to give you an example, I usually log on for the daily reset every day at 1 o'clock p.m. Atlantic Time. And sometimes during a maintenance break, it could be a half an hour after, an hour, or even 3 hours after. It's really random, and I would just recommend just kind of keep trying it. But if you're trying to log on tomorrow your usual time, that's what's going on. And of course, if you do have any tickets available during this current Season 21 Season Pass, I recommend using them, because those tickets do not transfer over to Season 22 as tickets. What they do is they can get converted into gold bullion. Now, it's not a 1-to-1 ratio for a ticket per gold bullion. There's a little equation that Bethesda uses, but usually come tomorrow, whatever tickets you had available become gold bullion, and whatever that may look like, okay? And again, I recommend before you do claim the gold bullion, you do max out, I believe it's 10,000. So if you do have multiple characters, I recommend giving it to the character that doesn't have a whole lot of gold bullion on them. Alright, I did reroll first things first, I guess. I do apologize for the lateness of the video. I'm working my 12-hour day shift today. Now, it's a holiday here in Canada. It's called Labor Day. However, it's my first day back in my work rotation, and it'll be the same thing tomorrow. I will have the videos out just a little bit later than usual, and I appreciate everyone's patience and support on these days. As I was saying, I did re-roll a daily challenge. It was to complete a daily ops while on a public team, and I got this one here instead. Visit a best build camp 1. Let's go ahead and highlight that. Now, saying that, what we do have for daily ops here today, if we go to our map screen, bottom left hand corner, so the daily ops we have for the next day, I guess, for 24 hours from the time it was reset today. The enemy mutation is slow targets down on attack, and then piercing gaze greatly enhances perception. Right, just an FYI there. Okay, let's take a look at these challenges here now, Jimmy. See what we get here. Take a look at this one here first, Model Weapon 3. So, since becoming a new player, a lot of people will leave the Vault 76 to kind of go out and explore. Some of them follow the Wastelanders quest line. Some do their own thing. You'll be gathering weapons here and there, and you'll be scrapping them. And as you scrap these weapons, you'll be learning mods. And even if it's a weapon that you don't use day to day, your character will always know a mod for those weapons that you are scrapping. All right. Now, if you do have use those weapons day to day, or you come across one, changing the mod might cost resources that you may or may not have, and that can be a little bit frustrating earlier on, because you will go through a lot of junk materials. Some junk materials are a little bit harder to get, so again, it just makes it that extra challenging, especially if you're brand spanking into the game, you don't know where anything's at. So I recommend for this particular daily challenge is mod a weapon. Have a weapon that you either use day to day, or have in your stash box that you know a paint or a skin for, because when you change this paint or a skin, it only costs you 1 oil, and you go back to default paint, it costs you nothing at all. And again, give you an idea of what that looks like, if we go to the atomic shop here real quick, and the returning players can kind of use the same method as well. If you go under skins, Go down here to the weapons section. You can actually see what skins are available in the Atomic Shop to buy. Okay. And it also shows the ones that you know, if you played before and you're just returning to the game, it actually shows you the weapons that you own a skin or a paint for. Again, you can use that weapon day to day, or you can have something nice and light like the sword or a knife, for example, which doesn't weigh a whole lot. Have in your stash box, just haul it out just to do this daily, weekly challenge and get it done nice and quick. But just to give you an idea there. Now, of course, we can get paints and skins from completing events in the game. We can actually buy them. A couple of paints from a lady right here, the Gilman Lumber Mill. So if you come here to the Gilman Lumber Mill, it's all responders, and the main guy you talk to is called Lane. There's a woman right to the left-hand side of him. I can't remember what her name is, but she will actually sell skins and paints for certain weapons, and for fairly cheap, like maybe like 100, 150 caps, which is pretty cheap. You can also buy it through other players' vendors. I know when I come across a skin or a paint for a weapon or even armor, sell it for like 50 caps in my vendor. And if you go to the current season 21 season pass, just to kind of show you that real quick. Right on the second page, right? So there's a weapon there. It has a paint for you. Of course, you have to use your tickets. There's another weapon paint there. Just to give you an idea of many different ways you can get it. All right, so let's go to our weapons workbench here. And we're going to go modify/repair. Now, the weapon I have right now, I do have a paint for. This guy right here. And again, if you don't have a paint or whatever, you can go ahead, you can change your mod. But as you can see, requirements do vary. And it might be something that you might be run out of or you might not have. So if we go down here to the paint section, we slide this over, we go default paint, because it's not going to cost us anything at all to do. Let's go default paint. See that 1 for 3. Going to go back to Hunter Lever Action Paint because, as I mentioned, only one oil. Back to default paint. There we go. Model weapon 3 for 3 done. It's that easy. We're going to put this paint back on just because I like the look of it. And that's how easy it is. You can do the same exact method for the armor. We have that particular daily weekly challenge popping up. All right, let's see what's next here, Gem. Drink Nuka-Grape too. So again, we talk about the Nuka-Cola Collectrons here a lot on the channel. The one I have currently right here in this camp is the Nuka-Cola Quantum version. As you can see, he'll passively collect different types of Nuka-Cola products while you play the game. Now, he will collect various types, even the Twist. Okay, he'll go on sale maybe once or twice a year, usually bundled with other things. We can also buy him from Samuel down in Foundation for 1250 gold bullion, but you must have a cautious reputation with the settlers. So we got this one here in Season 11. That's when Nuka World on Tour first came out. So if you're a returning player, you may have this available to you. Let's take a look at the OG one here. We're going to go back to our build menu here real quick. Down here to the Resource tab. Down here to our Collectron section. I may have passed it. Yeah, I did. Went too fast there. There we go. So here's the OG one right here. I think it was like Season 4 or something like that. It was very, very early on. When it first came out, it was extremely popular. He'll go on sale maybe once or twice a year, but he's usually on sale like 250, 500 atoms by himself. And he'll collect, you know, the odd Nuka-Cola product and the odd bottle or two. As compared to the Nuka-Cola Quantum one, as I first showed you there, he'll collect Nuka-Cola products, bottles, nuclear waste, and purified water. So just an FYI there. And same thing, you can buy this from Samuel from down in Foundation. Let's get out of this menu for real quick here. Samuel from down here in Foundation for 1250 gold bullion, but you must have a reputation of cautious with the settlers. Just 1 second here. Excuse me, that's a little bit better. All right, so again, there is only one natural spawn for Nuka-Cola Grape. And that's right up here at the Fraternity Row here in Morgantown, Fraternity Row. So let's pop in here. And this is the only natural spawn for it here in the game. Right, so when you spawn in, that's the pie house right in front of us. We're actually going to run up the hill here towards the Etta Sai house. It's the one with the blue door. It has the Nuka-Cola bedroom downstairs. You can pass these ghouls here real quick. Right in here. I'm going to pop right inside. All right, so let's turn a little light on here so we can see what we're doing. Look at that. The orange showed up here today. We were looking for orange yesterday, didn't even show up. So there's usually a grape, a dark, and a wild here. Now, I do these daily challenges on a private server, and I never pick these guys up, like ever. I always bring you guys here to show them, but I never pick them up. So there are 3 things that can happen here. First thing is, just like me, it doesn't spawn in, okay? The second thing is, if you have collected them recently, you'll have to reset your game by picking up 250 items. The third thing that can happen is, if you're on a public server, this is a very popular spot, and everything will be cleaned right out of the house, all right? So again, I wouldn't really waste too much time server hopping this location, because you can buy the Nuka-Grape at the end of the day at 2 locations on the same server, buying them with caps, okay? And that's only if you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron, and if you come here once or twice, you don't see it. And again, let's go here. We're going to go down here to see our old pal Bubbles. We're going to use the White Spring Resort. We're going to use the front door entrance, this icon right here. So let's go inside, of course, the inside here, White Spring Refuge. We're going to run up the stairs on the right-hand side. We're going to go to the tavern, the medical bay, wide open area where the responders are. We're going to hang a sharp left here. And we have a little store here where Giuseppe trades things for stamps. And we have our old pal Bubbles here. Let's go ahead and trade. And as you can see, Nuka-Grape there, 34 caps. And again, you can server hop Bubbles literally all day long. Even doesn't matter what server you're on. And Bubbles will have the same inventory for you, okay? And again, you don't really have to do that because you only need 2. So buy one from Bubbles. And we're going to go down here to the vending machines, which is also a free fast travel down here in Nuka World on tour. So let's pop in here real quick. And again, we're staying on the same server. Don't have the server hop for this. All right, so we're going to run right down here towards the vending machines. Alright, so I bought it from Bubbles. We're going to go to the vending machine here. Nuka-Grape right there, 34 caps. There's our 2 Nuka-Grape. That's what you need. You can do the same thing with orange. You can do the same thing with wild. You can do the same thing with dark. If you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron, I wouldn't waste too much time at Fraternity Row. Just buy them at the end of the day at these 2 locations, alright? It's that easy. Alright, let's go to our little grocery bag here. We're going to drink our Nuka-Cola Orange here. Or sorry, Nuka-Cola Grape. That's what it was, Jim. It was orange yesterday. And I'm half asleep because I'm tired. There we go. Done just like that. Alright, let's see what's next here, Jimmy. Scrap junk to produce steel 10. So steel is a junk item, in which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any Tinker's Workbench here in the game. Let's use the Tinker's Workbench right here in Nuka World on tour. Gonna go craft. Bulk, go down here to the S section. So to bulk 1 steel, all you need is 2 plastic and 30 steel scrap from your stash or scrap box. You go ahead and you bulk your 1 steel, then use scrap is hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. Also for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people like to get things done, the quick and easy, the bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items here in the game. Now steel is very abundant here in the game. A couple different ways you can get it. Of course, you can just have fun playing the game, kill some enemies, get some XP, pick up all the stuff because we get so much junk nowadays from killing enemies. I usually find Scorched, Super Mutants, Mole Miners, and any human enemy will usually have the most junk on them. Plus, if you pick up the odd weapon, the odd armor, scrap it, you'll fulfill that steel in no time at all. No time at all. I find tin cans are a good source of steel. So 1 tin can will give you 2 steel and 1 lead. Now, if you go after canned chimes, if you disarm canned chimes, you actually get 9 tin cans per disarm of canned chime. So we have 6 of them here at Camden Park. You have 1 right here at Well Station, at the station itself. Another really good spot, Eastern Regional Penitentiary. You have Crevice Dam, Dire Chemical, Harper's Ferry, all kinds of canned chimes. In terms of cans just kind of laying around, We have Sunday Brothers Cabin, so once when you spawn in, you go up the driveway. You don't go to the main house. There's a little shack on the left-hand side with the candy cane roof. All kinds of tin cans in there. There's usually about 4 Nuka-Cola Classic in there as well. Right over here in Helvetia, we're talking about the blue house right across the street from the yellow house. If you head upstairs, there's a kitchen on the right-hand side. There's a couple shelves there, all kinds of tin cans, usually 4 aluminum cans there as well. And another pretty decent spot down here in Somersville, right down here to the south end, you'll see a diner. It'll have like a ice cream cone sign out front. You head right through the diner, head back to the little pantry. There's usually some pre-war food there, a couple of cracked Deathclaw eggs, usually a pumpkin pie or two, and a bunch of tin cans, aluminum cans there as well. So that's a pretty good spot. So let's go after some canned chime here. Actually, we're going to go right down here to Well Station this time. So let's pop in here just to show you that canned chime. And you get a little bit of XP for disarming at the same time, so why not? Right, so there's our canned chime right there. Burp. Get 9 tin cans. You go ahead to your workbench here, you scrap it. You can see 9 tin cans. You can see the item stats right there: 2 steel and 1 lead each. Scrap junk to produce steel 10. Tin cans are definitely where it's at, quick and easy. And again, if you're looking for an easier way, again, you can use the bulk and scrap method. Definitely a lot easier that way as well. Alright, let's see what's next here. Eat a Cobbler, which is not a pie 1. Alright, so we will come across pies in around the wasteland. We talk about carnival pies we get for free at Nuka World on tour. Several locations for pumpkin pies. We've been going after that the last week and a half for eat a cake, pie, or candy. But again, we're not going after pies here. We're actually going after cobblers, okay? Now you can craft your very own cobbler. Everyone should be able to do this. Let's go to a cooking station here real quick just so I can show you. Go to our cooking station here. We're going to go all food. We go down here to what's called a cranberry cobbler. So it looks like a pie, but it's really a cobbler, right? So this is a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a cranberry. It's that easy. Everyone should be able to do this. All right, so let's go look at a great location for some cranberries. One of the best locations is way up here in the forest area, Aaron Holt Homestead. So let's pop in here today. There will be a bunch of mongrels around, which is fine. Go ahead and take care of them if you so wish, but you don't really have to. We're going to kind of sneak around here. So we want to go right down in the field area. But again, you can have a little fun and go after those 6 mongrels that are around there. There's going to be a bunch of insects around here as well in the field, but you can choose to go through them as well. As you can see, I would say there's at least a half a dozen of these little cranberry bushes. There's all kinds of them around on this side. And again, this is where we are, like right here. And again, all you need is 1 cranberry. It's all you need. So let's say you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You say, hey, Jim, I don't have cranberry cobbler available to me. You just come here, you go to your cranberry, you go burp like that, you harvest it, you learn cranberry cobbler just like that. It is that simple. Let's head up here. There's handy dandy cooking station right here. Let's go ahead and go craft. Go all food. Do a quick and easy one there. Cranberry cobbler. Again, a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a cranberry. It's that simple. Then you just go ahead and just to kind of show you under stats and effect that I am a carnivore, so you don't have to re-roll this particular challenge, as it is considered a plant-based meal. Back to our Pip-Boy under item. Eat our cranberry cobbler. There we go. Eat a cobbler, which is not a pie. Now, if you eat excuse me. If you eat a carnival pie or a pumpkin pie, what have you, it will not count. It has to be a cobbler. Okay. Right. Let's see what's next here, Jim. Sure, everything's on here. Kill a Wendigo 1. All right. So many great spots where you can find Wendigos here and around the wasteland. I do have several older videos I made in early 2023. You can still watch those if you still so wish. They are still solid here today. Just got to mind the audio on them because it's when I was first making videos. So right here in Lewisburg, right on the main road. 25% chance to find one here in Oran, right, Air Purifier Site 3. 25% chance here in Three Ponds. Dark Hollow Manor, again, very low chance, usually on the west side. Now, he used to spawn there all the time, like down in one of those little ravine areas, but there's usually a couple lost there, and I find the lost will kill it before you even get there, alright? Very high chance up here at Haven Church. Once in a while, you'll come across a special event up here at Freddy Fear's House of Scares, where kill a Wendigo while wearing a clown costume. So if you see this up here, there's a Wendigo up there, guaranteed. All right. And of course, don't forget the old Wendigo cave. Now, this is a very high level area. It's a maze in there. There's a lot of cave crickets, high level Mirelurks, and of course a Wendigo. I wouldn't recommend going there unless you're with someone or if you know what you're doing. Just an FYI. Let's try our luck down here in good old Lewisburg. Now, you always have to remember that for whatever reason, the way the game is set up, the games, depending on the server, will substitute the Wendigo for a bloated glowing one. Okay, so these locations I showed you may have to server hop a few times, but usually if you try those locations I mentioned on the one server, usually you're pretty good. But again, there's only so many Wendigos to go around. So if you're on a public server with other people, chances are that they could already be killed by those other players going after them as well, because we all have the same challenges. Alright, let's lock and load here. As I mentioned, he's going to be on the main road, and he's usually on this end. I had to kind of pop up here, and there he is right there. He's moonwalking there for a second there. Nice. It's a pretty easy kill. Kill Wendigo. Now, it's always good to collect from a Wendigo, because even though they are kind of small, they do have a lot of great stuff on them. Like a lot of great stuff. Fiberglass spool, loose screws, a Braxo cleaner, loose springs. They usually have some armor pieces on them, which of course you can scrap to give you some steel. Yeah, these guys are great to go after. Wendigos are probably one of the best. Alright. Let's see what's next here. Kill human enemy 10. Alright, so different type of human enemies we have here in the game. We have Blood Eagles, we have Cultists, we have Communists. Alright, so let's take a look at a couple of great locations here. In terms of the forest area, so this particular icon here for the Blood Eagles, this type of icon here for the Cultists, and of course one of the few exceptions to that is right over here in Point Pleasant. Of course, we know there's about 20 Cultists there, so nice, easy, squishy guys for low-level players. We're talking about the Crosshair, Clancy Manor, the Oregon Cave. Now, the Oregon Cave only has 3 entrances, so if you're looking for a 4th one, you'll never find it. Point Pleasant, Hunter's Ridge, Twin Pine Cabins, Kanawha County Cemetery. So in terms of human enemies, those guys are probably the easiest and the squishiest. We do have Blood Eagle Alley, I like to call it, starts down here at the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Kill Box, we'll bring the cursor up here, the Pigsty, Cliff Watch, Skullbone Vantage, Ammo Dump. There may be only one person there if you're lucky. Seneca Game Camp. Right up here we have the Crossroad. Going down this side here we have Bloody Franks. We have Dagger's Den. We have the Moth Home. Yep, Moth Home right there. Ripper Alley again. Maybe you're only one or two there, not very many if you're lucky. Crimson Prospect. Lucky Hole Mine's a great spot. The Bounty, and of course Communists we have right down here at Camp Liberty. Let's go down here, pay them a visit. We have been down here for a little while. Been talking some trash to us about on the radio there, so I thought we'd pay them a little visit and a little bit of payback, you know. Had some reports there. Some settlers were like, yeah, these guys are talking trash to us all day long. We need someone to take care of them. You do that for us, Jim? Not a problem. I'm your guy. Take care of old Rover here. Oh, I feel bad about this. Okay. Oh my lord, wow, did you see that? She was ready. Wow. That's a star. You deserve a star there, lady. You do. 100%. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, she was waiting and ready. Some more rovers this way. Good lord. There we go. Kill a human enemy. 10 for 10. Done. Just like that. Go ahead and collect some of this stuff here. Use some of these rounds, sure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Feel some heavy breathing on my back there. As you see there, like all the junk we get these tin cans here, like just by coming to a place like this, you can easily satisfy the, you know, that daily challenge, scrap junk to produce steel. Just from killing a couple enemies to get some XP, having some fun. Just saying. A couple different ways you could do these challenges, it's really up to you. They're too far away from me. Yeah, they're too far. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay. Huh. Alright. Let's see what's next here. This is the best build camp 1. Alright, so even on private servers, best build camps will appear. But I find it's usually you have to be on that server for about 45 minutes to an hour for one to appear. Right, so you haven't been on that long, but we'll still give her a little check. See if there's any best builds that happen to pop up, which I doubt. Alright, so that's fine. So let's go ahead, we're going to go to a server with other people. And the same thing can happen on a public server. If you get on a public server and you don't see any best build camps, it's a good indication that that server is fairly new, okay? Despite the number of people on it, alright? So just an FYI. If you do come across a best build camp, you'll know that server's at least 45 minutes to an hour old. Just a little bit of a tip there. Uh-oh. Go over here for a second. I heard something. Alright. Let's check a best build here. There we go. There's a best build right there. Perfect. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to fast travel there. Again, you can utilize, depending on where it's at, you can utilize free fast travels to save yourself a few caps if you don't have many caps. And all we have to do is visit it. Just get in the area. There we go. Visit the best build camp. Done. Just like that. Now, one thing about best build camps, you cannot interact with workbenches. Okay? Oh. Well, I stand corrected. Maybe you can. Okay, they must have changed that. Yeah, okay, you can't interact with the vendors. I knew that. But I thought it's the same thing with the workbenches. Huh. That's gross. Huh. Right on, Jim. Thanks for the info. Let's head back to our camp here. If I can find my camp. There we go. I'll take a look at weapon of the day here. Just when you think you have everything ironed right out, they all just, and that's fine, you know, that's great. But I checked it. Oh man, that's so funny. You guys are probably like rolling your eyes. Yeah, whatever, Jim. We know they count. We are done. Just like that, guys. Weapon of the day here. Let's take a look at that. I know this one works for sure, 100%. 2-shot hunting night vision lever action rifle. Plus 1 projectiles, plus 75% damage, plus 50% chance to hit a target in bats. Plus 100% faster movement speed while aiming. Night vision, 2-shot, bats and hands nimble. It's a hard receiver, true long barrel, true stock, long night vision scope suppressor, 100 lever action paint, 133 times 2 damage, 45 ammo. Only has a capacity of 5. Now, there is no mods for the magazine or what's called a tube for this particular weapon for the lever action rifle. So if you're looking for more ammo, like 7 for example, you'll have to get a hold of the Western Spirit, which you can get for free by completing the Most Wanted event down in Nuka World on Tour. Of course, we talk about that a lot here on the channel. some of you have been quite successful in, wow, right on, has been getting here lately. All right. Yeah, right on. Yeah, so there you guys go. So tomorrow, again, Tuesday, we'll have at least 3 videos to put out. We'll have the new Atomic Shock weekly update. We'll have our daily challenge video as per usual, and our weekly challenge video. I don't know, depending on how I feel and how tired I am, because of course I'm working my 12-hour day shift tomorrow, so the videos will be out just a little bit later than usual. But again, a big update tomorrow, so you might not be able to log on till a little bit later, so just remember that. And depending on what's in the shop and what's going on, I might put a couple more videos out, but they might not be out till the next day. So just an FYI, just give you a little heads up, just in case you guys are wondering. I'll try my best anyway for you guys. You guys know I do. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank the channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew Andrew, Confoundedbridge, Waywarner, John DJ59, Picquerist, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson, FelixTheKat, Dan Ferreira, Benny Bunny, AJ Folz, Aussies1. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.